Travis Hunter's mom shares crucial marriage advice after son advised to get prenup. It's been a good couple of months for Jacksonville Jaguars' Travis Hunter. He's made huge leaps in his life, professionally and personally. After being drafted second overall, the Heisman Trophy winner married his long-term girlfriend, Liana de la Fuente, on Saturday. The two met when they were in high school and dated for the entirety of Hunter's three-year college football career at Jackson State in Colorado. And with something as long-term and important as marriage comes words of wisdom from elders, especially parents. Travis married Liana in a luxurious setting at the barn at Faith Farms, with the groom and the bride both dressed in white. Many fans and pundits alike gave Hunter loads of tips for a successful married life, while also wishing him a happy one. Travis' mom, Ferrante Edmonds, is well known for being very active on social media, often spreading the message of God. Taking this opportunity, she, too, shared some motherly advice for a happily married life on Instagram for Travis and Liane. Ferrante shared her message through a reel, which she also shared to her Instagram story. The reel talked about marriage and the importance God plays in it. Marriage is a triple braided cord. It is a trifold covering 3 strands: you, your spouse, and God. It said while emphasizing how marriage is not just a piece of paper, but rather a union made by God, who is at its center. This is the reason why I get so upset when people say marriage is simply just a piece of paper. God is a witness. God is holding your marriage together. Without God at the center of your marriage, it will fail, the reel said. While talking about the enemy and how it hates the bond of marriage, the reel said, the enemy hates marriage because it multiplies power and purpose. He can't stand that covenant. If you don't have God at the center of your marriage is going to be vulnerable. Going back to talk about the importance of inclusion of God in the marriage and the sacredness it holds, it said, why it is so sacred because that trifold covering that I highlighted earlier, those 3 strands, it's really hard for the enemy to unravel those strands during the attack because you have God in it. You'll get that? That's the covenant. You have God in it. As the couple entered the sacred bond of marriage, let's take a look at how their relationship came to be. According to Liana, Travis had actually DM'd her months before she opened the message. The reason? Travis was in a relationship then. But once they connected, there was no stopping them, and they finally went Instagram official in March 2022. Their relationship just kept blossoming, and in February 2024, just before Valentine's Day, they got engaged. Ever since their engagement, Liana has been a constant presence at Travis games. She was also present for his special occasions, be it the Heisman Trophy Award or the NFL Draft. Just by looking at Travis, you can tell how much he loves her, whether by the way he looks at her or by how he acts when he is with her. While Travis has mostly been busy with his career, he doesn't forget to make a grand gesture for Liana. Even during his wedding, Travis gifted his wife a Mercedes-Benz AMG G63 Brabus 800, which is estimated to be worth over $200,000. Talk about going all out for your wife. But the internet critics were not far, with many criticizing Travis for showing off the gift at his marriage. Some even went as far as to troll the couple, though this wasn't for the first time. On the other hand, fans shared their concern and asked him to do one thing. Even a former player, while talking to all young athletes, naming Travis Hunter specifically, agreed with what the fans said and amplified their message. Former players send strong message to Travis to all the young athletes from around the world marrying young. A former NFL player, Ryan Clark, has some advice for you. Protect yourself and your marriage. In a world where a player can rise and fall overnight, it is always better to have a safety net, not just for yourself, but for your partner, too. How would they protect, you ask? Ryan Clark has an answer: prenup. He gave young athletes this suggestion while talking on The Pivot this week. All young players should explore prenups, including Travis Hunter, Clark said on X. However, his answer is not based on suspicion, but rather foresight. A prenup doesn't mean you're expecting the worst. It just means that both parties are prepared for it, he added. Ryan himself did not get a prenup when he got married, as he had nothing. But as someone who's seen countless athletes struggle because of this, he believes the conversation has become too important. Right before you say I do is the most optimistic time in a relationship, Clark said in the video. That's the moment where you can decide what happens if in case happens. You're not doing it out of hate. You're doing it because you love them and want to protect them too, Ron said, reaffirming his intentions. While there are many, in addition to Clark, who are advising Travis for a prenup through the internet, we don't know for sure if he's made one, or even intends to make one. For now, he seems boundlessly happy to embark on his journey as a husband and NFL star. Kevin Stefanski takes disappointing Shedeur Sanders' decision at OTAs as Joe Flacco emerges as potential QB1 with the Browns' quarterback room feels less like a depth chart and more like a race. Kevin Stefanski has 4 healthy arms, 1 job, and no clear favorite in sight. With Deshaun Watson still sidelined due to his Achilles injury and the once massive gamble now looking busted, Cleveland is forced into open competition mode. The Browns' front office went into overdrive, stockpiling quarterbacks in draft season. This offseason alone, they traded for Kenny Pickett, re-signed veteran Joe Flacco, and drafted Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders on days 2 and 3. It looked like chaos dressed up as strategy. Kevin Stefanski isn't intimidated by it. He's leaning all the way in, saying he's giving everyone a fair and equal chance at reps and practices, hoping that clarity will emerge from chaos. The field isn't quiet. Every snap is a spotlight waiting to be dissected by critics and fans alike. But now, as OTAs roll on, one name is starting to break through the fog: Shedeur Sanders. During a recent OTA, Browns reporter Daniel Oyefusi posted, "I don't always like feeding the beast and making too much of one practice, but for the sake of transparency, my general thoughts on the QBs yesterday." He continued, "Sanders got the fewest reps, but was efficient, especially in red zone drills. Also liked what I saw from Gabriel and RZ. Despite the limited reps, Sanders' calm decision-making has caught the eyes beyond the building." Keyshawn Johnson and Chad Ochocinco-Johnson have both thrown public support behind the rookie, predicting Shedeur will emerge as QB1 before the 2025 season ends. Still, if anyone looked like a starter this week, it was Joe Flacco. Oyefusi reported that Flacco operated the offense the best, pushed the ball downfield, a performance that backed up the Browns' decision to bring him back after his 2024 stint with the Colts. Flacco's deep ball accuracy and command under pressure gave Cleveland a stabilizing presence amid the frenzy, though age and mobility remain his limitations. Meanwhile, Kenny Pickett couldn't catch a break, literally. Pickett got worst OL protection of the QBs yesterday, Oyefusi noted, a brutal footnote in an already shaky start to his Cleveland chapter. Gabriel flashed in the red zone too, but Stefanski's practice plan made it clear: reps are earned, and veterans still get the edge. Stefanski's strategy has sparked debate, especially as the rookie with the fewest snaps becomes the one everyone's talking about. But these few throws are not determining the perfect athlete for the role of QB1. Former NFL offensive lineman and current Fox Sports analyst Mark Schlereth isn't buying the hype coming out of Browns OTAs. Speaking on Breakfast Ball, Schlereth called out the rush to crown a starter in Cleveland, criticizing pundits for ignoring the scripted, low-contact nature of off-season practices. "This is so stupid," Schlereth said. "We get excited about OTAs." Kevin Stefanski also echoed a similar opinion, saying that OTAs are not the final verdict. The rookies need room to grow and make mistakes. He kept it real about Brown's rookie progress. "It takes time. So, I like the attitude of these rookies where they understand there's work to be put in," Stefanski said. "I know everybody kind of slept pretty well last night, which is good, and then we'll get another good day tomorrow. But they're taking coaching, which I appreciate." With Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel fighting for the job against veterans Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco, every throw in Berea is suddenly headline material. The Browns' QB competition has turned into a full-blown spectacle, with fans and analysts dissecting 10-yard completions like it's Week 17. Schlereth reminded viewers that OTAs are structured for development, not evaluation. "What people don't understand is that oftentimes in these OTAs, we will script success," Schlereth explained. "You'll go against the second-team defense or design a route combo against a specific coverage just to see something work. You want the offense to win today. Tomorrow, it might be the defense's turn." The OTAs can either set an athlete up for failure, success, or they might even only get a few reps in. Fans can speculate how much of the OTAs are titled in favor of the players, but the message stands strong. What happens now may change very well as soon as the season starts. Even Sanders, who completed 7 of 9 passes for 2 touchdowns in a recent practice per ESPN Cleveland, would likely downplay the significance. Schlereth didn't mince words about stats from non-contact drills. In 7 on 7. In these situations, scripted drills, to put any weight into this is just moronic. Fans have their eyes peeled for how the Browns sort out their murky QB room situation. Only time will tell if the rookie or the veteran is crowned as the QB1.